Good morning, y'all. My name is Mindy, and I'm on a mission to lose 200 pounds. It's Tuesday, and I'm tired. And Texas has decided that it is finally fall, winter, cold as heck. Yesterday it was 37 degrees. Today it's 42 degrees. So I have all the layers on. We're going to go for a walk with Helios and get the morning started. Let's do this. Baby boy. Hi, handsome. What you doing? Hello friends, touching base this week because if you saw my video last week, you know last week was a little rough. Things have been a little rough over the last couple weeks since I came back from California and just having a hard time getting back into the swing of things. I'm missing my family, missing my husband, and just really struggling with how to get back into a groove. I met with my psychologist last week. As I mentioned in my video last week, like normally when I start talking to her about the food stuff, she starts giving me dieting advice, and it was hard, but I told her, that's not really helpful. I have a dietitian that's helping me with the food. Like I'm okay on the nutrition end. I know what I need to do. I'm just really struggling with my mindset and just feeling like I'm a failure and all of these things. And she said some things that she said before, but you know how it is. Sometimes things just hit different. And she was like, we feel our feelings. We are not our feelings. Like my feelings are not my identity, I guess. So I've been trying really hard to focus on that. She suggested that since when I'm alone with my thoughts and bored and not occupied is when I have the hardest time with wanting to reach for food and with just having these feelings and thoughts and stuff like that. She mentioned that maybe getting a hobby would be a good idea. So like last week, I was trying to think up hobbies. I don't have a lot of space for storage in my apartment. It's very, very tiny. I need something that I can pick up and do for a little while and then put it away and do other things. I don't want to spend a lot of money on something that, knowing my ADHD self, I will probably do for a little while and then not do anymore. So I thought about doing like coloring, and I ended up doing all this research on markers and alcohol markers and stuff. And I picked up a set, and I ended up hating the tips. So I'm sending those back. And then I ended up finding a color by number thing on my tablet that I've been doing over the last several days. Anyway, if you guys have any ideas of like hobbies, things that you enjoy doing that are, especially if you have ADHD, that are easy to pick up for a little while and then put away. Like I would get back into doing my nails again, but that's not something that I can just pick up, do for a little while, put away and move on. Like that's my hair.
It's so windy today.
That's like a 3 to 4 hour project where I can't just stop. If you guys have some ideas, let me know. Other than that, I've been trying to hold on to and focus on the positives. Since I cut my hair, I haven't really been able to put my hair into a ponytail, but yesterday I was able to pull my hair back. It's definitely the thickest ponytail that I've had in a very, very long time. So that's good. I know I haven't done an update on my hair in a long time, but I haven't really changed anything. I have continued the same supplements. I really think that including the collagen has made the biggest difference other than the high protein diet. And that was a nice little surprise and realization yesterday. Other than that, I've just been keeping myself busy, trying to get back into the routines, actually attempting to do 2 videos this week, something like the format that I used to have way back in the beginning of my videos where I did a what I eat in a day, went through some recipes with y'all. If you guys missed that video, check it out. It came out on Wednesday. Food's been really good this week. Obviously, having a second video to edit has kept me very busy. It's been a better week mentally. I'm still not 100% there. I also found a new tool for music. It's an AI music generator. So I've been playing with that a lot. And if you saw last week's video, you may have noticed the song in the beginning. And I did create that with Suno. I've been listening to it a lot over the last week. And it just has been really helping me put things into perspective and focus on it. Contemplating recording a version of it where I sing it, trying to find some ways to occupy myself and keep busy so that I don't slide into those like negative thought cesspools that I can get into. I plan to check in with you guys later this week with a weigh-in, see how things are progressing. I will chat at you later. Can we be gentle, please? Oh boy. Fantastic. How are you? I apologize in advance for the construction noise. Happy Wednesday. I had my meeting with my dietitian this morning and we talked about the possibility of me going back onto Wegovy. It's definitely on my list of things to discuss with my doctor when I have my follow-up appointment with her. I think it's like the first week of December. At that point, it will have been over 6 months since I quit taking Wegovy. She and I kind of talked about like my anxiety about whether or not Wegovy will actually work for me again. And she suggested kind of changing my mindset to more of like a place of curiosity. So instead of playing through the what ifs of what if it doesn't work, what if it doesn't work as well, more of a we'll see how it works. Because even if it only works a percentage as well as it did when I started it in October of 2021, it's still better than nothing. Mostly, I really need help with the food noise again, and that's something that Wegovy hadn't been doing for me for quite some time. So I'm really hoping that that's something that it's going to be able to help with again, because I've always struggled with thinking about food all the time. Like that's just kind of what I've always done. I am a foodie. I love food. I love the taste of food. Obviously, that's how I got to 365 pounds. With the ADHD, if I don't have something occupying my mind, then food tends to be the default. Unfortunately, when I'm not in a great place mentally, while I wouldn't consider myself to be an emotional eater where I'm like, I feel bad, I'm seeking out food intentionally, it is a lot more difficult for me to say no to my brain when it's suggesting that I eat those things when I'm in a bad place mentally than it is for me when I'm in a good place. So I think that's kind of how I'm an emotional eater. I also think, like, with my ADHD brain, when I'm sad or when I'm stressed, like, my brain, I think, is seeking that dopamine even harder than usual, which is why it's asking for those treats and snacks all the time. And that's part of it, but not all of it. I really hope that if I go back on Wegovy, that it helps dull that food noise again. That's just kind of where my brain has been fixating. I did want to give you guys a weigh-in, just kind of check in with you guys, let you know where I'm at. Last week, my average for the week was at 275.6. As of today, which is only the first 3 days of the week, my average for this week so far is sitting at 272.4, which is a loss of 3.2 pounds for the week so far, and a loss of 93 pounds overall from when I started in October of 2021. With my cycle being over, starting to take off more of that bloating and water weight, and continuing to take off the water weight from when I was in California, I'm just focusing on the habits, y'all. Trying to be consistent. I think that's it for this week. Thanks so much for being here. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
I've been climbing this hill so long. Every step feels like a fight. Sweat drips down, but I'm still here, chasing shadows in the light.